Hello, everyone. Only founder speaking. What? I'm dogs? Damn. Sorry, guys. I thought I'm on another project that I'm not dogs. Kinder here. What's up? I'm kidding, by the way. Um, Long time no see, guys. So I give this task to Little Feather to do this announcement of instead of me, so I can fully focus on development. So, but this time I decided to announce so actually people can see that I'm here and what I have to say. So this will be the weekly progress update on the Moonly. Just a second. And let me put these headphones so I can focus and not get distracted. All right. So basically, I'll try to keep this short because I can speak for hours and no one will watch that. So you will be able to read this in a textual form, but for the one people who wanna see me or hear me, what I have to say, I'll record the video. So where do we start? The weekly update on the Moonly. Okay, so I have here the list. I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna skip some things which are gonna be in the text announcement, but let's start. So improving and reorganizing the whole database. Since our database become really big and it's gonna become even bigger with this portfolio thing. We're gonna store like billions and billions of data, intersections and everything. So this is a new stuff for me, for us, and it's gonna be exciting and challenging. It's already challenging actually. So yeah, the next thing is portfolio track and development integration, the new logic calculation data. So um, we are working on this for a while, and it's already connected uh, with the RPC we pushed a couple months ago, and the live feed which pushed I don't know it's the same months ago, and everything is connected because now we are working at getting data directly from the blockchain, and we're gonna use this data to build a lot of useful tools around that. And it literally opens a lot of doors to us. So we will do this portfolio thing even the last week. But while you go forward, you realize something from the history from behind is actually bugging you, and we need to come back and fix and check out what's going on. So there's constantly improving on the Moonly. Even you do not see it that even it's even not worth announcing because the things are very technical. So the portfolio tracking is being worked on, and meanwhile, we'll also solving some issues which is related to that and the live feed. So hopefully, in a week or so, it will be ready. Don't keep it for a word uh, because you never know what can happen. But yeah, that's it. Um, Improving the RPC proxy, make RPC proxy compatible. So that's a very technical thing, but basically we are improving our RPC and how our live feed will collect this data. So basically, we created our own package and our own RPC proxy out there. Then we got this image proxy service because there was too many large images and an optimization on the website, which was basically slowing down the website. Even our website is pretty fast, but it was slowing down, especially if you're using for the mobile phone. And some tools, SEO related tools, was also reporting that we have a super big. And uh, I was not aware of that until I actually was checking this with the tools that we are showing, 50 pixels image, but in the actually that is actually 3000 pixel image. loading in the background. And so now we are optimizing everything. We have this image proxy service, and it's really cool. It improved the speed and the user experience on the website a lot. Um, so now we added a lot of new marketplaces, like Hyperspace, Hadeswap, ExchangeArt, Tensor, in the live feed. So those marketplaces are now monitored for the transactions. There's still some things to be improved there. We're missing some parts of events, and while I'm speaking, the devs are working on that. But this is a uh, really crucial for the live feed feature, for everything, for the portfolio tracker, because now we're gonna have a better statistics and uh, insights what is happening in the NFT blockchain, Solana blockchain ecosystem. So because these marketplaces are also taking a good portion of, I mean, Magic Eden is Magic Eden. He gonna rule with 90%. So, but when we improve this in the next release, Magic Eden probably gonna take around 90% uh, of the volume over here. Um, what's next? So basically, we added those marketplaces, and we also added some unit testing. Now we are parsing those events happening out there. There will be still improvements because some marketplaces have these feature auto trading features and auctions, and we need to figure out those logics. But we're gonna come there. Not gonna looking for perfection because we can focus on more important areas, and then we can come back and make it perfect later on. Yeah, and yeah, we put this in the front end on UI, so you can actually see by the volumes over here, and you can also filter out here in the front end. And then some internal thing, we added some logs for blockchains and debugging. You probably don't care about that. Fixed a bug related to showing failed transaction live feed. You also probably do not care about that. Okay, of course, minor UI changes always happening. What is exciting? So we're working on this locking or staking feature. Why calling locking? If I say staking, you're gonna instantly think, "Oh, we're gonna get token." No, we're not releasing token yet because I don't want to create another shitty token which will have no value, right? We're gonna release token when we actually see the real potential of the token, and tokenomics is a really great stuff. You build your own economy over here, and that is exciting to me. But I don't want to rush. I want to build a demand first and create a value with Moonly. This is a long-term project, guys. Like if you expected this, we're gonna be in a month or two next block speed or something. Fortunately, we are not. We have different goals. Actually, we have a similar goals, but more wide. One of their functionality will actually be implemented in the Moonly. Um, but anyway, uh, log the staking, yeah. So not just that we gonna. This is really really important. So as the bull, as this bear market actually approach us, and all of this shit is happening out here. Sorry for my language, but indeed, um, we decided to push even harder in this, and this is where you actually prepare for the bull market. Bull market might not come, in the year or so. So it's not going to be in just a few months, but the day by day pass, months pass, we're gonna be ready when these good times come to us. So, and that's actually how you make money. You make money while you're in the bear market, investing and getting those or preparing for the bull market. So, what is one really good realization what we're gonna work from now on? And actually that was a plan from the beginning, but due to so many things we just couldn't pick up what to do first, so we are for now we were focusing a lot of on NFT investors, degens, people who buy and sell NFT. But what Moonly have is, and what Moonly offers is, uh, Moonly actually have a lot of um, users types who are actually projects owners or project founders, and they come to Moonly to get listed on Moonly, and we can utilize that. We was watching statistic, and we had kind of hundreds of submissions per month from those people. So our plan is to lock down this functionality, because right now everyone can come on Moonly without even registration and submit their project for free. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna lock down these functionalities. So you need to hold at least one Moonly in order to submit your project, and that's gonna be very interesting to watch how it's gonna be. So because there's hundreds of submission per month, and we think that those founders, if we actually uh, create a good landing page and explain them what's the benefit to hold the money and to submit and all this stuff, people will actually start buying, because it's nothing for a project founder who is actually need to invest some money in order to build a project, right? Into art, into community, into developers. What's for a founder actually to buy a couple of Moonlies and to get listed, to get some exposure on the Moonly, because Moonly have right now in this very bearish market have around 40,000 users per month. It's not much, but it's not little, to be honest, in this bear market. Because if you watch Google Trend, let me show you something. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. If you go to the Google Trend, if you maybe you didn't even aware that there is this tool on the Google, call it Google Trend. You can type the search term, and if you type the search term NFT, you can see that at the January we were at the peak of the NFT searches. Not I'm not talking about Mooney. I'm talking about whole ecosystem, all people who was actually searching for NFT in that time. And look at now, this is a 100 score, and look at now, we are at 12, or we were only at yeah, we are almost 90% down. That more people, new people actually are searching. I mean, of course, you who are in this space, you're not googling NFT because you don't need that. But this tells you how many new people actually was coming at that time, and that's why everything was booming, right? Because new people were jumping into the train and discovering NFT, and they were just typing NFT, what is NFT, how to get in, and all this stuff. But the whole market actually went down. The not just the prices, everything went down with this, but still, uh, there's a lot of work to do even while we're in this bear market. So we're just gonna prepare for better times. So my point is to come back to this locking system. Is basically we're going to focus now on more on I mean, we're going to focus on both type of user, the NFT investors and the founders or the communities, project founders. But right now, I think we can utilize the project founders who are coming on Mooney and using our website to get listed. We can utilize and offer them a locking system, or actually asking them to buy one of the Moonlies in order to get listed. And the process will be like this: we will show the page that will say, hey, you need to register. They will register, and they will say, hey, you need to buy Moonly in order to proceed further. They buy Moonly, they'll go to Magic Eden, they buy Moonly, and then we will say, all right, you need to lock it down or stake it. But that's why I call it locking, because staking more associate with token reward. We don't have a token reward here, right? So that's why uh, we're going to say lock it down for a month or two, and you will be able to submit, and they will lock it down, and after that we will open this page for them, and they will actually submit. So since we have and yourself, even just if you go to the Moonly upcoming page, there's a bunch of projects daily, hundreds. Most of them are really nothing gonna do, like maybe shitty project or something like that. But there's a good project as well. Otherwise, they're getting listed out there, getting some exposure, right? So why not actually lock this down and get some value in return, right? So this is one really good thing which we're gonna do, and that the locking system will bring to us. What we are now also focusing is getting featuring. Actually, we are doing this even we don't have a locking system in the place right now. It's being built while I'm speak. Um, but with this locking system, just let me lower the music a little bit. With this locking system, we're gonna also start pushing the featured spots on Moon. So, for example, this is a featured spot, or if you go to, let's say, a collection page, you will see this featured spot, and we added this shiny animated effect to actually bring some attention to this blog, so we can create more views or clicks to the people who are featured. And in order to get featured, you will need to buy, for now, 5 moonlies and lock it down. Why locking down? Because we don't people want to dump just right away. We get, our their featuring is ending, right? So we can lock them down for 2 or 3 months or something like that. This is a long term. So I think people will not have a problem to lock down. And actually, I spoke with just a couple of founders, and they just swipe at 5 Moonly each of them without problem. So I think, I mean, Moonly right now is cheap, and it's a really good entry point for everyone to go into Vest for the future. So I think this is going to create a good demand for our supply for listed moonlies, and it more sales, less total listed, the floor price will go up, you will be happy, and so on. Everyone will be happy because something gonna happen around that. So this is the locking system, or staking, but we are calling locking system, will actually bring to us. And we're gonna work on other things, since we are right now pushing um, our Twitter growth strategy, which is already there for a week. So we now became active. Unfortunately, after months and months of inactivity, I had my reasons for that, which is, I mean, I have no excuses, but have reasons why we didn't do that. Overwhelming, overburning, and focus on development, in the simple words. But anyway, we are now starting to become very active on Twitter. I'm also created a new personal crypto Twitter account, so I can start actually get some recognition and share some values I have into the space. Um, so what I want to say is that we're gonna actually bring more um, utility for those project founders who will actually hold our moonies. So I have a diagram, however you say. Uh, I'm not gonna share it right now. I don't want to share it too much. It's very alphas, but where we are going, what direction, all of these things, portfolio tracking, live feed, all this stuff, and the Discord bot, which we were working for a month. We actually paused it because we needed to focus back. We were spread too much. It's gonna be connected very soon. When I say very soon, in a month or so, we're gonna start connecting the dots, and Moonly will have a huge usage case for the projects. And if you get to the projects and the communities, it means that we're gonna get a lot of exposure and recognition, because we're not building just tools for NFT investor, but for the communities. And I think this is where we're going to create a lot of value for everyone over there. So imagine that the project's founder come to Moonly, and they get listed, they get maybe featured, they need actually to buy more Moonlies. And not just that, we might offer them retweet cover, the Discord cover, or maybe even they can maybe we can even bring them in the Twitter spaces for another package, buy 10 moonlies or buy 5 moonlies and pay us this much amount of money. So we can actually start making some money, because for months, Moonly just have expenses with the whole this team, which is around 12 people, and the expenses are pretty high, to be honest. So, and this is how we can actually offer a real good value. Not just that, as I told you, we're gonna create these Discord tools, and the projects for our communities will actually get in one package a lot of useful stuff and useful tools. We're also exploring the option. Many founders actually reached us many times before. I didn't accept it because I just couldn't make decision how to do it, and we didn't have things in the place and the ready. But for example, communities like GMers or other guys, can't not recall right now, was reaching and asking, yeah, Age of Sam guys and couple more was reaching and asking, can their holders actually get access to the moon? And I couldn't put the time and my mind on it to see, to find a solution, how to incorporate them to not decrease the value to our holders. And I think we gonna create something like, and I am very open to ideas, guys. So more heads can make better decision than one head. So I'm very open. Feel free to put in the suggestion ideas channel if you have idea how we can incorporate other communities and their holders to get access to our Moonly. Okay, of course, we know how to do this technically, but what kind of exchange of value we create there? What will be the requirements for them to get access to the Moonly? Like maybe buy 20 or 30 Moonlies and then lock it down for a very long time, like 3, 5, 6 months. That's gonna show us that you basically are here for long term, and maybe pay us also some portion of Sol or USDT out there for exchange. I'm not sure, but something in that direction. Because if we do that, then we can spread to many communities. That means that we're gonna get more eyeballs or more users on Moonly, which basically gonna increase the demand for platform usage, for our NFTs, for everything, especially when we roll out the new functionalities and this stuff. All right. So uh, feel free to suggest those if you have some ideas. I'm open to hear. Like there's a lot of opportunity for Moonly. Trust me, even the floor price is shit right now. Uh, we're gonna fix that by working on all this stuff which I just mentioned. It's gonna come naturally. Um, Another thing, so as I mentioned, the locking system. So another thing is not just that we are creating a staking or locking system for our Moonly. We are actually working. We actually could implement already the staking system, and but I decided if you're deploying the smart contract to the blockchain, let's do it right. You need to pay a fee every time you deploy new smart contract to the blockchain, and you don't want to mess up having a different version of smart contracts. So that's why we delay these locking features, because we are working on staking as a service functionality, which means that not just because we're going to have our staking or locking for ourselves, but other projects can come to the Moonly and first create their own token with no code tools. Fill some information, fill the form, they create a token and deploy it on the blockchain. Then they're gonna create they will be able to create a staking functionality with all of the parameters they want to include out there. Will it have locking system? Will it have reward system? How much rewards? Special rewards per trade, and how long it's your staking and such a things. That will bring more complexity and delaying actually to release this. But I want to do it right. That's how I am actually. I'm patient. I mean, even I want this really bad right now to start pushing to have our locking system. I think it's better to be patient. So yeah, this locking is delayed just because of that, because we're expanding for with a staking as a service. So imagine other projects come to Moonly and have even that. So that's why I told you before. Imagine not just they get listed or they just get featured or promoted and stuff like that. They're gonna get a set of tools for the communities, and we're gonna be the one place for a lot of stuff, for projects. And imagine how much exposure that can bring to us if the moon is got used by other communities, at least for one community, two, 10, and then over the months probably 100. If we have a good execution, growth strategy, reach out strategy, we can do a really good job out there and be one of the top players in that. So so where do you stop? Yeah, with this taking service, it's gonna be a really powerful thing for Moonly, and gonna bring a lot of potential things. What else? Let me see. Yeah, we added some improvements on the market table. So right now we have this market cap. People was asking for this. Some people just want to know what's the market cap. To be honest, I didn't use it before, but it's a good sense. You don't need to do your manual calculation on the floor price and supply. It's just basic simple math, but it's a good thing to know. I mean, coin market cap is based, it's called like that just because of the market cap. We added this listed percent column. I always needed this, really. You know the listed, but you need to calculate in your head, and to know supply, blah blah. You just have this, and we also added the coloring. So before everything was red. Now it's depending on the 7-day uptrend of the floor price uptrend. So if the 7-day uptrend is red or down, the chart will be down. There is some improvement out there. We're already aware, some small issues and fixes, but trust me, there's tons of them, and we're just gonna work on them when times count. Like if you look for perfection, then other things will be delayed. So we are kind of in the rapid development. So that's why you might see some issues or bugs, even with statistics and so on. So hopefully you understand that. um, Another thing is, what else? Market cap, listed column, small charts. Yeah, we added this live feed widget on the. I mean, this is just small thing, but it's really good because first Moonly started as a database of a comic project. Then we expanded to the showing the stats, social stats, market stats, floor price stats, and then that was a basic. Then we created more advanced stats, the sidebar, sales statistics, numbers of sales, top sale, um, 24 low and high and so on, 7 days, blah blah blah, you know and then live feed, all this stuff. And the homepage of Moonly also needs some rebuild and redesign, so people can actually see more functionality right when they come. So that's why we added this live feed over here, so people can actually click and see, there's this thing. I can see what's happening right away. I can see the most active thing for most. I mean, a lot of tons of improvements are planned for this. This is just kind of first version of live feed. You have a lot of ideas to show useful stats and graphs and so on. People can come here and just really just filter out the certain product. So you wanna maybe just show the events in the certain range. You know, this is a very big slider. We need to kind of adjust a little bit or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, as you can see, so you can play around with filters and find useful stuff. But let me come back to what else. That's basically mostly it. I want to say that we are constantly, once again, improving Moonly. Even you do not see that, or you cannot touch it, but in the background, a lot of things, because Moonly code base becoming more complex. We are kind of not focused on one thing. That's why we're kind of going slowly but very widely, and that's actually how even in the nature physics work. If you go too wide, you need to go slow. So if you are very precision and focused, yeah, you're gonna go faster, but you will just be very limited to this one thing you're doing. But we're going very wide, and very soon a lot of dots will start connecting to each other. A lot of other tools will start connecting, and even the in this uh, bear market, maybe I was saying a beer. Sorry about that. I was always confused by that, and my wife is laughing every time and she hear me. Even in this shitty market, uh, we're just gonna build. We're gonna focus that. I mean, I'm excited. Unfortunately, it is that market. It is what it is. You just need to accept it and move forward. Like uh, I believe, like, when you want something really really bad, I know the feeling. How is it? And meanwhile, I always was trying to focus on something else, so the time pass really fast. So when you do something creative, then the times goes then the time fly basically, and you go through that bad times much easier. So that's my suggestion even for you guys in these times. If your kind of dopamine level was dependent on the NFT and the Solana and the good price, all this stuff, I think focus on some creative stuff, and do not push it too much into this direction. Just release it, and the good things will come when you least expect. So I think the video is already too long, but yeah, I think I needed to talk about this stuff because I didn't announce anything personally. Even the little feather was doing this. Thanks to him, thanks to the K2, Sexy, Chaffee, and other guys and mods and super mods who are actually keeping the community out there. Thank you for Sam, who is doing a lot of collaboration. Thanks to everyone, actually. Thanks for everyone who believes in the Mooney, who believes in me, and also thanks for people who do not believe me and who try to provoke maybe or troll. Actually, I'm using that energy to convert and to prove you that people will be wrong, or actually their expectation was wrong. So whatever, guys, thanks. The good words are really uh, welcome. It's a boost. It's the wind in our back. So really, like, one good word can change a lot of things. um, if you want to help Mooney, talk about it, spread the word, share this video. We're gonna put the tweet out there. Share the tweet. Talk about where your profile picture. Put it on a bio of Twitter, whatever. That's how you can actually uh, help the Mooney. Uh, this is a really good time, to be honest, in investing. I think that if we talk about the floor price and stuff, implementing these things which I just mentioned will increase the demand, because we have exact strategy to execute, and we're going to create exact demand for this. And I tested, as I told you, with just a couple of founders. I will speak to the Twitter. I found them in Twitter Space, and they instantly was sweeping without problem. 5 moonlies, 5 moonlies, 5 moonlies. So if we implement all of this, not if, when we implement all of this, uh, the whole demand for the Moonly will increase, the total issue will go down, the floor prices go up, and I think it's a very good entry point for everyone out there. I invest in myself in the Moonly. I have over 50 Moonlies myself. I Over time I either buy a couple Moonlies which I just like, not just from the floor, because I like the art really, and yeah, so I'm investor as well in the Moonly, not just the builder. Thanks. Not gonna bother you anymore. Let me know if you have any question. Mention me. I do not have a time to read all the messages in the chat, but when I see that someone mention me and the notification pop up on my mobile phone, I directly can respond through the notification, not even going into Discord, and give some response out there. But we're gonna try to be more active in the community. We're gonna host some Twitter Spaces. I didn't want to close the Twitter Spaces with everything, with there is no exciting things. So I want to prepare us and everything, so we can actually have things to talk about. So talk to you guys. Be good, be happy, and peace. Ciao.